By this season's trading deadline, Willson Contreras is likely not going to still be a member of the Chicago Cubs. So we're going to be looking at 3 potential landing spots for this very versatile catcher. Let's get into it. What's going on, baseball fans? Jeremy Laracuente here for the Baseball Banter Broadcast, and today we're going to be looking at 3 potential landing spots for Willson Contreras. This is an extremely valuable catcher as he is very versatile, being able to play the outfield as well as the catching position. This is also going to be a guy that you can put throughout the middle of your order and actually have some value come back on the offensive side of things. Is he going to be the greatest defender? No. But there is going to be some positives on both sides of the ball for this player. So now let's look at the third team on the list. That third team is the Cleveland Guardians. When you're looking at this player for this particular team, when you're looking at the Guardians right now, they're not getting anything from the catching position. That is going to be a running theme throughout this list, which is why Willson Contreras is absolutely a potential asset and a potential trade target for the Guardians. I think when you look at what the Guardians are trying to do, at the time of this recording, they're only a couple of games back in that American League Central Division, and being able to get to the top of that division is going to be a very big benefit to the Guardians if they're trying to make a postseason run. Being able to add in a guy to the middle of their order as well as behind the plate that is going to give them some sort of value in Willson Contreras could absolutely see the Guardians overtake the Minnesota Twins in that Central Division. I think there's a lot to like about this fit, and I think that when you look at what he's capable of doing, you're also going to be able to have him as a versatile player who can run into the outfield if need be. I think that there's an opportunity for the Guardians to be able to make this move and really solidify themselves in their push to being able to get back to the top of that American League Central Division. It's a much weaker division than what was originally anticipated, with the White Sox regression through injury, as well as the Tigers and the Royals not coming to fruition with their younger players as they first thought going into the season. So the Guardians have absolutely an opportunity to make a big time stand here and go after a player like Willson Contreras to boost themselves this season. As we look at the second team on my list, it is that of the San Francisco Giants. I think when you look at what Willson Contreras can be for the Giants, this is absolutely a fit just in the same way that it was for the Guardians. They're not getting a whole lot from the catching position this year. The retirement of Buster Posey has truly hit this franchise in a big way. Joey Bart, who was the heir apparent, has struggled tremendously and has been optioned back to the developmental system, to the minor league system for the San Francisco Giants. And right now, the catching tandem that they have right now isn't truly going to provide them with the level of depth and potency that they're going to need from this position to be able to battle teams like the Dodgers and the Padres. So going after a player like Willson Contreras who can add value offensively as well as being somewhat of a decent catcher is going to be something that the Giants should absolutely look into this coming trading season. I think there's an opportunity to be able to get him from the Cubs. I don't think that the Cubs are truly looking at him as a long-term option here going through this next phase of their rebuild. I think there's a lot to like about the fit for Contreras and the Giants, and therefore that makes them a very viable contender to trade for this player. Now, as we look at the number 1 team who potentially, in my opinion, could acquire the services of Willson Contreras, it is that of the Houston Astros. I think that for the Astros, this is absolutely the best fit for Contreras. When you look at what they're getting right now from their catching situation, it is very abysmal looking. Yes, defensive stalwart Martin Maldonado is absolutely going to be a guy that you want to have on your team and on your roster for a deep postseason run, as a good defensive catcher is always valuable in Major League Baseball. However, what you're getting offensively through the course of a 162-game season is less than ideal. And therefore, going after a player like Willson Contreras for the Houston Astros will undoubtedly be the best move that they can make this trading season. I think that if you were to add a guy like Willson Contreras to that roster, to that lineup, you're also not just getting a middle of the order bat, but you're getting someone who can contribute all throughout the rest of the season. I think that for the Astros, being able to acquire the services of Willson Contreras is only going to serve them better to further cement themselves and separate themselves from the rest of that division and give themselves a much better opportunity to be one of the top 3-4 4 teams in all of Major League Baseball. If they can get themselves up to the top, that second best team in the league right now, it will make their path in the postseason that much simpler. So I think that for the Astros, their best option trade-wise this season is to go after Willson Contreras. But I want to hear from you guys. Let me know, where's the best landing spot for Willson Contreras this coming trading season? Or do you think that he belongs and stays with the Chicago Cubs throughout the rest of this season? Let me know these things down in the comment section below, or find me over on Twitter at JLaracuente19 to keep the conversation rolling. As always, keep it locked into the entire JLMG family with WeSibs, the Granny Geek Show, and of course here on the Baseball Banter Broadcast. For sticking around to this point, head over to baseballbanterbroadcast.com. Use the promo code BANTER to save 5% off your order. Keep it locked in all season long as I continue to bring you the latest news, notes, and my personal thoughts, theories, and opinions on the game of Major League Baseball. Peace.